And then in World War I, Gunther Dietz, a Bavarian peasant boy, gave his all for Germany, for the Southwest African Consortium, the Southeast African Subsidiary, the Northwest European Farben Trust, the Northeast African Corporate Combine when a mortar blew off half his face, and then a 4-inch shell from France went through his chest, defending noble France and all its colonies. And for France, of course, Gunther didn't know he died for any more than German patriotic pride. He hadn't known these details, and he hadn't thought to ask. But to redeem it all the players earned some shiny medals. Gunther's to this day is on the wall above the fireplace, just where his mother proudly placed it years ago for Germany. And then Pierre Lafleur made his great sacrifice for France and all the French consortia everywhere, when machine gun fire stitched a hem across his chest in the mud in Argonne Forest for France. He was such a merry child in the south of France in 1898. When he was 6, he'd never heard of Germany. He only knew what fun it was to pick the flowers with his little dog and make a gift of them to Camille and Marie Claire. The free flow of free finance to anywhere must not be disturbed by rustic peasants crying out for work or food. The capital is ours and our responsibility. It is our free selves at work, and so these troublemakers must be punished by their own police. To hang from ankles in Uruguay or Panama above a vat of vomit, blood, and urine, to tell the truth to U.S. trained police about the people's movements all afoot in Uruguay, in Chile, in Namibia, in Zaire, in Burma, and the Philippines. These movements for work, for health, for education, for toys and nourishment for crying children, that anyone can see are not sincere, but merely are a gambit by subversives from abroad to undermine the beautiful ways of life of free people and the whole free world for freedom and free capital, our freedom system, our national security freedom system, our freedom security national system, our freedom CIA system, IMF freedom World Bank system, Contras, rainforest, roots torn out, grazed cattle, capital flight to 40-cent wage country system, corporate seizures of each other in an unproductive orgy system of money, sloshing in paneled office systems, the ultimate obscenity system of capital. Capital. Agent Orange, Roots Poison, Contras, Rootless Enterprise, Cancer System, Freedom, CIA, Cocaine, our freedom, those ways that let us buy Brazil, the Argentine, Bolivia, El Salvador, Zaire, to foul the rivers, fields, and skies with poison cancers just for us, to hire peaceful peasants who don't complain or want too much to eat, for raising soy and sugar, peanuts and bananas to ship abroad, that lets us buy up senators, professors, iron ore and tungsten mines, offshore oil rights, onshore water rights. So, dip the malcontent within the tub of bloody urine vomit in Uruguay or Chile before we kill or make him disappear. He does not serve the freedom we adore, to own and buy and starve and ship abroad, to fill our banks with oil, with diamonds, with foreign debts they cannot pay, with peanuts, bananas, sugar, rubber, iron, ore, and tin, to accumulate, to pay off oligarchs, to buy or seize whole cultures, whole worlds, the moon, Neptune, Saturn, outer space, rockets, aircraft carriers, jets, and automatic rifles to keep the law, to suit the laws of capital, entirely now deformed with angry fingers, cold talon nails, seizing power everywhere. By the throat in Vietnam, by the testicles in Brazil, to push machetes in vaginas of rebel teachers in Peru. And to think all this began so innocently when once we merely wanted just a little more to eat, to feed our ancient selves beside our ancient huts along the rivers of antiquity. So innocent in its day that by some awful chemistry over time has brought the world to such a fearful brink, to such a humble state, that now is poised on such an edge that a mere transistor could short itself and start the worldwide 40-minute holocaust to terminate it all with all those nuclear bombs. That final blow, our world, our own dear world, now reading morning papers on its knees, neutralized, anesthetized, uprooted, waiting for the nuclear axe to fall, in sleepy silence at the breakfast table or on the way to work. Except 400 million few will notice most of this. How did we do all this? What madness crept into our history? Just how? Yet still, how did we do all this to all ourselves? Or was it just by some of us to all of us? What, by all that's right, can now we say of this? While still there's time, or if there is.